Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about my IUD process, and I'm just going to tell you guys like what it is, its side effects, what side effects I felt, and if I feel that you should try it or not. So let's get right into the video. So I got the Mirena IUD, and IUD stands for interuterine device, and it's a little tiny device. I'll probably put a picture like up right here, over here somewhere. It's just a little device that goes inside of your uterus, and it helps prevent pregnancy. And for people specifically with like heavy periods, it also helps reduce those heavy periods, and sometimes if you even stop periods for a while. Okay, y'all, so just a disclaimer, I actually ended up having problems with my IUD, so I'm kind of going to explain everything that happened and why it happened. So I had a consultation on June 22nd, and basically I went to go see the doctor that I went to, and she was just telling me about the IUD, what it could do, what it does and all that stuff. And then she also took a urine sample to check if I had any STDs, which I don't, and to also check if I was pregnant, which I wasn't. So then on June 29th, I went back to the doctor's office and I got my IUD placed. So that procedure, it wasn't too invasive or anything. Basically, they just use like the little scalpel and all that good stuff to just, put it up in there. For me, it was very painful. When she put it in, it felt like a cramp, but it felt like a cramp times 1,000. I absolutely hated it, but then it was in. So before I got the IUD put in, the night before I had to take something that basically would soften my cervix, so it would be easier for her to open my cervix up and get to my uterus. And then I also had to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen the night before and the morning of my placement. After that, I did start bleeding. I started spotting. It wasn't bad. It was just, regular spotting. After I got it placed on the 29th, I had to go back in 2 weeks to basically make sure that, everything was okay. So I went back on the 14th of July, and basically, for those 2 weeks, I was in a lot of pain, and it seemed like I took Tylenol, I took ibuprofen, and nothing was working. I even put icy hot, right under my belly to try to help the pain, but it was like nothing was working. Honestly, it really wasn't a good 2 weeks. Very painful. So then I went back on July 14th, and basically what they had to do was an ultrasound to make sure that the IUD was in the right place. And they did the ultrasound. They did, a regular ultrasound like the one you get when you're pregnant. And they did one where they stick this long stick up in you to look even further in there. So they did that and found out that my IUD came out a little bit. It slipped down. It was going into my cervix. So basically, the doctor was just telling me sometimes this happens. Sometimes women will cramp it out, and that's just pretty much all a part of the process. It's like your body recognizes that there is a foreign entity inside of you. So it'll say, oh my gosh, this is not supposed to be there. Let's get it out. And that's basically what my body did. From what I was told, it only happens to a 0.5% of women. So I guess I was just that 0.5%, and it happened to me. So after that, the next option was to get it taken out, which they did, which, wasn't too bad. And then that Friday on July 17th, I had I got it replaced. So this time they did it through a hysteroscopy. A hysteroscopy, yes. So basically, a hysteroscopy, usually it's like it's an examination of their uterus to see if anything is going on in there. They put this little camera on like a rod that goes up in there and kind of looks, and the doctor can look through the camera to make sure things are okay. So the purpose of the hysteroscopy that I got was to make sure, just to help guide the IUD in there so it can actually be in the correct place. So for this, I had to do the same thing. I just basically had to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen the night before and the day of, every 8 hours. And then I also had to take, again, something else to soften my cervix. And so on July 17th, I went back, and they also gave me a shot of local anesthesia. So it basically helped a lot with the pain. Or so it's supposed to help a lot with the pain. So in my case, it didn't, I got the shot in the butt. It didn't really do much for me until after I was done with my procedure. This hysteroscopy was very painful. I do have a high pain tolerance, but it was very painful. It felt like someone was trying to rip, like it felt like someone was cutting my uterus, basically. It was very painful. I let out a lot of grunts, a lot of, like whimpers. Wasn't fun at all. And they were telling me, oh, you're not gonna feel it, this and that. And I'm like, I felt all of that. Like I felt the whole thing. So I don't know if that anesthesia, I honestly felt like they probably should have after they put the anesthesia, they should have probably waited like 20 minutes and then did the procedure. But whatever, I'm a trooper, I guess. My mom was with me. I had to have a driver because the anesthesia did make me very, very, very sleepy after. So it was not a good thing for me to drive after. So today is July 19th. So it's been 2 days since I got it replaced. As far as pain, I haven't really felt any pain. I've been, taking the ibuprofen every time I start to feel a cramp. So it'll be cramping for like maybe 5 minutes, and then the ibuprofen will kick in and I don't feel anything again. So maybe last time I wasn't taking enough, ibuprofen or anything, but I feel a lot better with this procedure. And I go back on July 30th to, again, make sure that everything is in the right place. And basically, if they find that, it moved or it came out, then I have to try something else. Then the IUD is just not for my body. So now I'm kind of going to explain kind of the side effects of the IUD and basically tell you guys which ones that I personally experience and some that, you may experience as well. So some of these side effects that are basically that come with the IUD include headache, acne, breast tenderness, irregular bleeding, mood changes, cramping, or pelvic pain. So I have experienced, I would say, all of those except breast tenderness. You guys know I don't wear makeup in my videos because I don't wear makeup. I feel like I'm beautiful without it. But you can probably see some of my acne, which is like around here, chin, and then I have like one like right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I do have that. I did have headaches when I first got it placed. So about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. The regular bleeding, well, I would say that was mostly spotting. I actually, when I got my IUD placed for the second time, I was on my period. So I got my period 3 days earlier than I usually would. But I did have a lot of spotting. Like the spotting would literally go, it would be like maybe 2 days of spotting, then it would go away for like 2 days, and it would come back, and it would go away. So it was like that. And the mood changes, definitely. Sometimes I felt, I was okay, I was fine. Throughout the first time I got my placement, I was with my boyfriend. So he could attest to this. Sometimes I was happy, I was okay, I was laughing and stuff. Sometimes I was just like irritated for no reason. And well, obviously because of the IUD, but I was irritated. Sometimes I would just be tired and sleepy and I didn't want to do anything. So definitely some mood changes. And then of course the cramping and pelvic pain, which was absolutely terrible the first time around. So those are the side effects that I felt. Now would I recommend it to you guys? I say it depends. It depends on your body. Now, again, like for me, if I go back and my body says, no, you can't have this in you, then I can't have it in me. For some people it works, for some people it doesn't. It's with any birth control pills, with the thing that you get in your arm, with the, I forgot what it's called, but the little shot, with all of that stuff, it just depends. You're putting something foreign in your body. So your body may be like, I don't want this in my body, or it's not going to recognize and it will reject it. Just like a lung transplant or blood transfusion, any of that. Anything foreign you put in your body that your body knows is not supposed to be there, it will try to build an immune response against it and try to get it out. And again, sometimes your body accepts it, sometimes it doesn't. So honestly, I would say you can try it. They say the Mirena is really good for people who have heavy periods, which I have very heavy periods. I have to use those giant pads, the overnight pads, I use those every day because like I have probably I would say a handful of blood that comes out. So they say it's good for people with heavy periods. It helps reduce that heavy bleeding. And then after, 3 to 6 months, I possibly could not have any periods at all, which I would be better off having no periods because I hate my periods so much. Even though it's a reminder that, I'm doing good, I'm not gonna get pregnant, I'd rather not have periods at all. Also, ladies, don't think birth control is just for not having a baby. Again, birth control can help with periods. So if you have heavy periods, heavy painful periods, and you don't want them, get birth control. Do your research. Look at the side effects. Look at if you want to go through this pain, through this process, and you just kind of decide if you want to do it or not. You don't have to. I always say practice safe sex. At my age, and at anyone's, if you're in your 20s, honestly, you're just, going to college and everything, you really don't need to be having kids. I mean, I know some of my friends, they have kids, that's them, they made those decisions. Me, I don't want kids right now. I want to have kids when I am financially stable and I'm married. That's just me, that's my preference. Not saying you're a horrible person if you have kids before you get married. That's your preference. I don't judge. But personally for me, I don't want to have kids right now. So again, practice safe sex, use condoms, pull out method, anything, whatever. Just stay safe. I hope that you guys like this video. If there's any other questions that I didn't answer in the video or that you want to ask me, just comment below and I will answer them for you. So if you like this video, again, please don't forget to like and also subscribe to my channel, please. And also, if you want to put in the comments if you want to see any other content from me, I will gladly give it to you. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all the support. Talk to you guys later.